Welcome everyone, viewers all around the world. You're welcome to my channel where I teach basic map reading and interpretation, which constitute an aspect of practical geography. So you are welcome to my channel. My name is Femi and I want to walk you through measurement of distance. I will be teaching you directly from my book, which I wrote many years ago, and it's called Compendium Practical Geography. Compendium Practical Geography, simplified approach to map reading and interpretation. This book is for high school students, for year one university or tertiary institution student of geography. I want to encourage you. You can place an order for a copy of this book, and it will do you real good for having a copy. Thank you very much. So before now, we've been able to look at basic essentials of map. We've been able to look at distance, direction, and bearing. We've been able to look at scales of a map and also scale conversion. So today we want to look at measurement of distance and as well as map reduction and enlargement. Let us go. Once again, you are welcome. Thank you for liking my page. Thank you for liking my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for hitting the notification button. Let us go as we journey together in this class. All right. Measurement of distance between two places on a map. What are we to achieve? What am I expecting you to learn in this class, in this video? So at the end of this video, I expect you to be able to convert distance to convert map distance to actual ground distance along a straight route. And also, I expect you that at the end of this video, you should be able to convert map distance to actual ground distance along a curved route. All right. So now, distance along a straight route. How do you carry out measurement of distance along a straight route? The first thing to do is to first of all identify the two places required in the map. Then use a long ruler to measure the map distance between the two places. Then convert the map distance to actual ground distance using the appropriate scale as specified in the map. Okay, now let's look at this example. Let's go straight into exercises. This is an example. It says, study the map of Ogomaro district and answer the following question. And the question you are given here is that what is the approximate distance by major road from Aye to Okpe? From Aye to Okpe. So you have to find the approximate ground distance along the major road. Let's look at the map. Look at this map. Now from this map, you can see Ogomaro here. You can see Aye here. You can see Okpe here. So this is the major road by looking at the key. By looking at the key, the conventional sign that is used. So you see, anywhere you see something like this, it indicates main road, or which we also known as major roads. Then this is Aye here. This is Okpe here. So this is map of Ogomaro district. How do you carry out? What you are required to do is to find the approximate ground distance between Aye to Okpe. So what you do is to put your ruler here on Aye settlement here, and you measure to Okpe. So when you do that, let's assume you carry out that one, you measure it, and then you get 7 centimeters by road. By road, using this road. You put your ruler here and you extend it to here, and you get 7 centimeters. So you relate it with the scale. What is the scale? You can see here that the scale is 1:50,000. It's a statement scale. Representative fraction. I beg your pardon. The scale is a representative fraction, 1:50,000, which means that 1 centimeter on this map represents 50,000 centimeter on the ground. So what do you do? What you do is to say 1 centimeter equals to 50,000, 7 centimeter equals to what will it give you? Then you cross multiply. When you cross multiply here, what you will get is 7 times 50,000, and that will give you 350,000. When you get 350,000, don't forget that 100,000 on the ground is equal to 1 kilometer, because this 350,000 centimeter is the actual ground distance. But distance on ground is not measured in centimeter, it's measured in kilometers. Distance on ground is measured in kilometers, not in centimeters. All right, so what we get here when we do our conversion is 350 centimeter. So you have to convert that 350 centimeter to kilometers. And how do you do that? Remember that 100 centimeter is the same thing as 1 kilometer. So 350,000 divided by 100,000 centimeter. What will it give you? It will give you 3.5. So now the answer for this question, which says what is the approximate distance by major road from IEA to Okpe? The answer is 3.5 kilometer. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, if you have any worry concerning this question, please put it in the comment section. I will be glad to clarify it better. All right, let's go to the next slide. Distance along a curved route. The example I gave about measurement of distance along a straight road is the same for every example, for every exercises you may have, because it is a straight road. Just put your ruler and measure and convert. All right. So, but let's look at distance along a curved route. The distance along a curved route can be measured and calculated by using various means. Among these are the use of piece of a thread. You can use the straight edge of a paper. You can use a pair of divider. Now, let me explain how we use this. If you want to use a thread, don't forget that it's a curved route. So you can get a thread and use the thread to trace the curved part. That curved part, you can use the thread to trace it and then stretch it on the ruler to know the total length of that thread. Or if you are using the straight edge of a paper, you will just put your paper between the two places, between the two locations. Just put the edge of the paper in between them and measure accurately, because the edge of a paper is somehow flexible. You can use a pair of divider, okay, but the pair of divider is somehow stressful, because you will need to use your the divider on your mat set to pinpoint, to mark, or let me say to pierce the paper, to pierce the map. As you are putting the divider on the edge of that curved part, you will eventually, when you finish it, you will eventually use ruler to measure each punch that you make on the paper. You add the all the points, all the distance, add everything together eventually. But that is very stressful. The best alternative among all this is the using of a piece of thread. So the example we have here is a study the map extract of Ogomaro district and determine the length of river Arigo. So now let's go back to the map again and let us look at the map of okay, yeah, this is River Arigo, for instance. You have River Arigo here. Okay, so you are to find the length of this river. Let's go to the solution. Okay, so using thread for measurement and stretching it over a ruler gives a total length of 7 centimeters. To relate and convert it with the scale, we have 1 centimeter represent 50,000 as we have on the map scale. Then 7.5 will be equal to what when you convert? So you just multiply it, cross multiply, and then it will give you 375,000 centimeters. And then when you divide 375,000 by 100,000, it will give you 3.75. It will give you 3.75. That is in kilometer, and that is the approximate length of River Arigo. Now let me explain something here. Look at this map. Look at Arigo River. Now, don't make a mistake to measure from here to here and also add it with from here to here. No, remember that this is a distributary. This is the distributary of River Arigo. All right, so this is distributary. You will find the longest. For instance, let me explain very well. If this arm of this river, let's assume is somewhere here. You will not measure from here and come and stay here. You will measure from here with the longest. Let's assume, for instance, River Arigo come like this. And then go like this again to the northwest. It starts from the northeast here and come towards south and then take a turn back to northwest. For example, you will not measure from northeast and come and stop at southeast here. No. You will measure from northeast here and measure through to the northwest, because that is the longest course of that river. That is the longest pathway, the longest course of that river. So that is what you will use, not the shortest one here. I hope that is very clear. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt or any worry or any concern, put it in the comment section. I will be very glad to reach out to you and explain further. I hope we are good to go. Let's go to see the next slide. Now, let us test our understanding. I want to know what you understand. Do you understand? End of session assessment. Study the map below. You have this map. You have Itebu here. You have Ijako here. You have River Ofara here. And you have River Baragada here. River Baragada is from the north, let me say eastern part of the map towards the southern part of the map, where it joined to River Ofara. Now, you have a question. They are asking you, how far is Itebu from Ijako? How far is Itebu from Ijako? What does that mean? It means that you have to find a thread to measure from here and measure with thread all through to Ijako. The second question says, what is the approximate length of River Ofara? This is River Ofara here. And it says, how long is River Baragada before joining River Ofara? So before you join River Ofara here, you have to measure the distance. How long is River Ofara before joining River Ofara, River Bagada, before joining River Ofara. So you can send this answer to practicalgeographylectures@gmail.com, and your answer, your solution, your assessment will be duly attended to. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for participating. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much. All right. Goodbye.